All right, sorry about that. I'm picking up right where I left off on the other video. We started off a new game, and I knew that I was running out of time, and I didn't stop. So thanks for watching the last one, and thanks for watching this one. We're back on Tour 6, trying to pick up some of the City Park holes and just playing some Tour 6. So if you're in Tour 6 this week and you're practicing, good shot, man. That works, bro. Let's see what bag I'm using. That bag works. That bag works, and I'm going to use a Quasar. Hey, are we getting some lag here? Going right at the tree. Right at it. 2.3. I'm not going to be too upset if this clips the rough. I'd actually like it to hit the clip the rough, because I probably hit it too far and I'm in the rough. It's a difficult shot from there, but that's easily makeable with a Nirvana. You want to get out where my opponent's at, because you can do a rough bump from there with a sniper. It's a risk, because if you bring a sniper, you can do it with the Goliath too, but the Goliath doesn't have as good a ball guide. There is a killer rough bump that you can do with a sniper from right there if you can end up where my opponent's at. And with the way the wind's blowing, they probably could have did the rough bump with the Goliath. Close. And we're getting some serious lag. Okay, 7, 8. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. Almost 4 rings. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. I was trying to gauge the distance there, so when it hit, it would bring me back towards the cup. I'll be fine right there. Just recovering. Just getting up there and recovering. Not trying to get too. Once I have to do curl in order to get around those trees. So the whole thing is, I don't want to put myself in a bad spot by trying to rub up against those trees and getting too jiggy with it. Want to just get up there so that I can put myself back in play, recover, go to a shootout. Oh, man, that lagged big time. I missed it. I can't believe that went in. I only went in because I was so close, but see how bad that lagged? Oh my gosh. I wasn't getting any lag until this last couple of games. It was playing pretty good. Now we're getting a little laggy. And I can't even remember how I was playing this. The last time that this hole was in a tournament, I worked out a shot where I was coming down from the bottom trying to stay. You can see where it rolls down the hill, and there's a trough right here. And I was trying to hit that trough so that I was actually putting on right-hand side spin, so that I was bringing the ball in a straight line right to the cup. And during the practice session, me and a buddy of mine named Dunner played this hole. And I worked that shot out. I played this hole with Dale Appleby, and I played it with Dunner, and I played it with several other people. And I got to the point where I was just pounding it. It was like hole in one after hole in one after hole in one. And then in the tournament comes around, and the wind was blowing such that you had to make your wind adjustment over the sand, and that shot blew. So I switched to a different shot. There was a no move shot. And I can't remember exactly what we were doing on the no move shot. Like one backspin. I'm gonna do 4. I think we were doing like a 10% adjustment, so 4-4. Let's say 4-5. Getting it perfect. I can't remember what the shot that I was doing, the no move shot that I was doing, but I actually took this shot. I switched over to this shot and I sank. I'll have to go back and watch those videos if we ever get this hole again, but that shot was money. I started the week off and I was trying to force the issue by doing this, by moving over the sand, and I couldn't, it just wasn't working because the sand's got a big drop right there. And the shot was getting screwed up because of the wind, because of the sand. And it's one of those things where that's why I don't a lot of times try and figure out exactly how I'm going to play. But that hole right there, they've reconfigured it so many times that I can't, every shot that I've ever taken on that hole is out the window because they've reconfigured it so many times. But it's definitely one of those things you can work on a shot and get it all dialed in, and then the wind's not conducive for playing it that way. And this hole right here is one of those holes that just absolutely pisses me off. I've come at this hole at every single conceivable way, and you would think that this would be a hole you could get pretty good eagles on, but it always just seems to play it brutalizes me. And I've played it from this side where you get way up there and you're in short iron range. And I played it from this side where you get way up there and you're in short iron range. I played it with backspin with a long iron. Is this going to be one of those emoji guys that emoji spams you the whole time? It might be. It might just be. 4-3, couple rings. I'm just going to lay it up and I'm going to hopefully be in my sniper range. And I'm just going to do a sniper rough bump. My opponent's probably thinking, what the hell is that guy doing? Like, you could have pounded that ball up there. And what I'm doing is not bringing a backbone. Backbones suck. And they don't really. Backbones are great clubs, but I just never, I don't know. I never had the success with my backbone part of it's that I've played so much with my Saturn, and I've had a lot of success with the Saturn, but I used to play with it all the time. Okay, so I'm right at max. I'm going to do a 10% adjustment on this, so it's going to be an 8-ring pull. Man, I hate pulling over sand. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. Hitting it perfect. And you can see how much it laid off on it there. It barely clipped that rough. When you pull over sand, sand really affects. I do not like pulling over sand if I can help it. The last tournament we played, hole number 2, where I was originally setting up at the beginning of the week, the way the wind was blowing, I was having to pull over the sand, and I was making hole-in-ones on it, and then I moved it forward so that I didn't have to adjust over the sand. And then, of course, I didn't make any more hole-in-ones. But I think I only hit one perfect, and it didn't go in the hole, which kind of pissed me off. I'm never really upset when you're playing in tournaments and you hit a shot great to the left or the right. That's just error between my stylus and my touch screen. But when you hit a shot perfect and you've been making it all week long and it doesn't go in the hole, those are heartbreakers. Those are heartbreakers. It's a draw. My opponent made that shot. That was awesome. tater salad. See which way they go. I'm practicing this shot from over here. I haven't played that shot in a long time. I think the last time we had this in a tournament, I took it a couple times, but it's not a shot. Normally, I play from where my opponent's playing at. In tournaments, I play up at the front, but I'm practicing. I'm trying to refamiliarize myself with the shot from the left going to the right. Looks like it might be a nice shot. Nice shot, man. It's gonna roll right back down. That'd be nice. Use my sniper, come up into this area right here. I'm gonna get my blue ring wedged up. Takes about one top spin. 4-2. Max curl. Hit it one ring great on the outside, which is probably all right as long as I can clear it right there. Not bad. A little too much speed on it. Probably would have only taken about a half a top spin. Good game. Good game. Let's replay. Come on, man. I'm just playing. I don't care whether I win or lose. Let's go. Come on. Come on, dude. Come on, Harley's Eagles. Tater salad. Candy ass. Calling him names. Hey, he was flipping me off. Screw that guy. Let's see if we can get an opponent. How much time we got left on this video? We got, hell, we're only 12 minutes into it. Got like 48 minutes. And we got like 38 minutes. It's 11 o'clock right now. Let's see which way my opponent's. My opponent brought out a katana. Are they going to stay with the katana? No, they're going to switch into a quasar. Come on. Doing max OP. I'm going to switch to my number 5 bag. And I'm going to switch to a Titan. What the heck? I'm going to switch to a Titan. I'm going to switch to my number 5 bag. We're going to come right out here. I want to be right on the transitional line. I'm going to take the wind out, which is a ring and a half. I'm going to put every single stinking thing I can put on it. And I got every single bit of it. And right there is the determining factor if you can make it. You need to get way down in there. If you bring a 4 power ball here, you can get way down in there. You can get like 440. You can get way down in there. I don't know that I don't have a big dog and an extra mile. I usually play this with an extra mile and a big dog. If you bring out a bigger power ball, you can play with a guardian. You have a little bit better control and you got a better ball guide. But a big dog works better for the second shot because you got more top spin available to you. I don't think I'll be able to get up there because I won't have enough top spin. I like to come at it from this side right here. It's going to push me back a little. I'm going to come over here so I can put a little bit of curl on it and try and whip it around. So that's 4-1. So it's 1-2 per ring. There's 3-6. I'm going to do about 3.5 rings. Hit a 1 ring grate to the left. See if I can get over the sand. Almost made it over the sand. Almost. If I could have gotten that spot right there is makeable chip. That's the if you're trying to get on into, you got to go straight. This hole right here is one of those holes that it takes 3 shots. If you go to the left, it's 3 shots to get on. And this shot right here, you can make this shot. It's not that people haven't made this shot, but this is not one of those high percentage type shots because the topography of the green, it's really crappy. The angle that you're coming out and the way that it is. If you want to get on into that direction that I was at, and it works better when you got a bigger ball. It works a little better. I don't think I can get up there. No. Yeah. 7, oh, that was at least 85 rings. Great to the left. Maybe 86. That was about as far to the left without being good. It wasn't quite good to the left, but I was pretty dang close. In this game, there's a good thing. There's a big difference between getting good and great. And a big, big difference between being great and perfect. In the hole. In the hole, in the hole, in the hole, in the hole. Buckeyes for life. All you sports fans. I live in the Pacific Northwest of the United States, and we're just not big sports fans out here. I'm working on that shot over here. I'm trying to work on it. Maybe 3 rings off. I'm gonna put a half a bar of topspin. Just a half a bar. It's 1 ring. Max. A little bit better speed. Still too fast. Still too fast. Been going at it. Maybe a third of a bar of topspin. Getting a hole. Trying to work that shot. Trying to remember how to do it. Start dialing that one in, and then I can go back to the shot my opponent's doing right here, which is in most cases the way to go. But sometimes you get that wind where you have to pull way over that sand, and I like to have other shots in my bag, where if I have to pull over that sand, I could do the shot that I did, and I wouldn't have to pull over the sand. But if I was in the shot that I was in, and I had to pull a lot over the sand, I would switch over to the shot that my opponent's doing. So it's nice to have multiple shots in your bag. And nice shot, good game. So that when you get on these holes, you have options. See if they'll replay. No replay action. Why are you guys not replaying? And I've been playing for an hour and 20 minutes now. And I started off, I got a couple of the City Park holes, but I haven't seen a City Park hole in forever. Come on. City Park. Let's roll. Jesus. Hey, Seuss. No, we're back on this hole again. So I guess I get to take that shot again. Let's see what my options are. Do I have a better option that I No, the Guardian is the option. And it's not going to work that well with this headwind. It's going to lay it way, 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 way down. So I think I was at like 4 something last time. And I don't know that I'll get that kind of distance this time with that kind of headwind. I moved it over a little bit to the right to try and get a little bit going, but 393, so I'm definitely going to be short. Definitely short. My opponent is playing Tour 6, and they brought out a Berserker ball. Where is the forfeit and I'll take your ball button? Because I would forfeit right now to get that Berserker. And they hit 355 on a max overpower shot with a Berserker, and I hit 390 with a Titan. And this is where a big dog would shine. Okay, so there's 6, 7, 8, 8, 4. Let's say that's about right. I need to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. And I still don't have a very good shot here, but it's better than the sand where I was at last time. A big dog, I could have got up right there because I would have had more topspin available to me and I could have worked it a little bit better. It's not that I could have got on, but I may not have had to do overpower. I still am blown away by the fact that my opponent brought a Berserker. I know I brought a Titan, but that shot works with a Titan. I mean, yeah, it works with a 4 power ball or a 5 power ball, but a Berserker, really? But what's really funny is that I got more distance than they did, like 40 yards more distance. Okay, from this distance, whew, man, I hate these kind of winds. Isn't it perfect? Let's see if I got my wind adjustment right. I think I missed it on that side. I think the wind pushed me off. Didn't adjust enough for it. And it might have gone in if I was on track. It was real close. Sometimes when you run your topspin out on your Nirvana like that, the ball guide's lying to you and it'll run really fast. And so I was kind of hedging my bet a little. I still think it's funny my opponent brought up Berserker. Come on, man. We're playing Tour 6. And we're not even looking for these holes. So, I mean, if you're down here, I mean, if you're that bad in bankroll that you're down here trying to win and you got to pop out a Berserker, go play Tour 7. You wouldn't have to pull out a Berserker. You could do it with a Marlin. What's funny is I've taken that max overpower hook shot so many times that I don't even know, like, I don't even know, like, where I'm aiming at out there. I just know that if you go over to that transition between the rough and the fairway and you put your ball guide right directly on it and you move out the wind, that you're in the right spot. And when you're doing headwind, like that direction, you can move it over a little bit to the right because you got a mile of room on the right hand side. All right, a City Park hole. The last 2 times I've been here, we've had this massive freaking headwind. Don't you find it curious that when they tell us that holes are going to be in a tournament, we get on those holes and they give us nothing but headwind, nothing but. And I'm going to do the same exact shot that I've epic failed on the last 2 times down here on this. I'm going to come down in this area right here, and I'm going to do a max wind adjustment plus 30%. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to do a 40% just because I've done a 10. I'm going to do a 30. I'm going to do a 30%. I like the shot from up there where my opponent was at a lot. But I'm trying this shot down here because I want to just take a look at it and see what kind of stuff we got to do on it. But you got to get right. I want to be 2 rings of separation here. Give myself a little bit of damn room. I'm trying to walk that tail down to it. So it's 5.2. 5.2. I'm going to do 7. There's 6. There's 5. There's 6. 7. 5. 6.76 rings. Hitting it perfect. Now I was with a 30% wind adjustment. Let's see if I actually hit the fairway. And look at where I set it up, and I still hit on the fringe and only like halfway into the fringe. And I was 2 rings of separation off. So the deal is that at max club, it was still probably should have been like a 50% wind adjustment in order to make sure that you can clear that other side and end up where I wanted. Come on, man. Come on, California grown. There you go. You got a player. Got somebody who wants to play. City Park, hole 9, par 5. We're more apt to get the holes we're looking for if we replay. All right, I'm switching to my number 2 bag. And I'm switching to a Katana. I'm going to do max, and I'm only going to do about 1.5 topspin. 1.25. Against this headwind, I'm going to be 4 rings off. There's my red line. Give myself enough room to work out the wind. About a ring into power. Max curl, just a little teeny bit of power. Hit it 1 ring great on the outside. Let's see if I can dial it in. I think it's 4 rings off so that I can clear and go right down through the center. And that's usually where I end up. I'm not normally greedy on this. The last time I was here, I think I put on like 3 topspin, and I was way down there at the bottom. I was so far down at the bottom. If you watched the last video, I was so far down on the bottom I could do a rough bump, which I don't think I've ever been able to do a rough bump before. I never thought of doing it before. But I think from that area right there, I'm not. My red line was so close that I don't think I can do it. So I'll have to bounce off of the island. And it almost looked on the rough bump like I needed to take wind off, because I ended up on the right-hand side and the wind was blowing to the right. The wind was blowing to the left and I ended up on the right. Nice shot, man. Nice shot. Where's my red line today? Right there. That's normally where my red line is. That's normally what I'm looking for. I'd like to be a couple rings off. Just trying to dial it up to the cup. It's 3.7. 4.1 rings. Trying to hit it perfect. I did a 10% adjustment there. I want to see what that looks like. Maybe a 5% adjustment would be better. because I just pulled it off the cup. Which way's the wind blowing? Yeah, I just pulled it off, so maybe a 5%. I think on the last one that I did here, I did a 10% as well, and I just ended up on the right-hand side of the cup. So I might have taken a straight up shot and ended up. I'll have to go back and watch this video. I think it was rock. And I used a katana, and a Kingmaker would have gave me a little bit better red line distance down there. But if you can get a shot done, the deal is that if you're having any issues on this hole, a Kingmaker will help you, because it'll put you deeper into your next club, because you don't really want to be any farther back than the red line from where I had it. So you need to be at least that deep in the hole. And I like being as close to my red line as I possibly can, so you're not having to deal. What I find difficult is when you're in between mid club and max club. So I like to be as close as possible. Good game. Good game, man. So we can get this pin chest. How many? I don't even know how many I still have left on my pin chest. I know I've opened up one, and I know there was another one behind it. Shootout. Yeah, I'm still working on this hole. I go first. I don't think I've won on one yet, but I'm still working on this side over here. I'm still trying to get the shot down. Okay, so I'm gonna do a sliver of backspin. Just a sliver. 3-4. There's 3-4. And blue ring wedged in there. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. And just a sliver of backspin, because I've been coming in just a little bit too hot. And I tanked it. Tanked it. Too much curl. And for me, that's not too much curl. The whole deal is that when I'm doing curl, like on those shots right there, I like to set it up so that I'm doing max curl. Because I don't want to get back on this green and go, hey, that's the shot I need to take, and then go, okay, where was I at before? Was it half curl? Was it 3/4 curl? Normally when I set those shots up and I go, okay, I remember now I was like 4 rings off, and it's max curl. Every time. Because max curl is repeatable. Half curl is not. Actually, I think I won one on this hole. Look at that. Look at that. My opponent tanked it. No, I still lost. Even on a tank shot. Rematch. Come on, dude. Let's go. Let's roll. Let's roll. Are you going to waste all of my time? Come on, man. Dude, wake up. All right, Purex. Let's go see how many we got left on this pin chest. One more hole. And I got one chest to fill, so let's go win this one. I'll be serious on this, and I'm going to win this one. That way I can go to bed a winner, get my pin chest, and fill all my slots. There we go. The 420s. Dial tone. Juniper Point, hole 1, par 4. Of course, we couldn't end with a... and I got to remember how to play this hole. Okay, with a 4-2, with a 4-5 headwind, I normally play with a Marlin. And I think with a 4-5, I'm going to have to use... Let's see if my opponent can get over there. I can never remember where the spot is. I may be able to get over there with a Quasar. Yeah, I can get over there with a... Yeah, let's go with the Katana Navigator. Where's that put my wind? X. I'll bring my number 1 bag. Let's change that around. Go max. And I can never remember the first time I get back on this hole. I can never remember. I'm gonna go orange ring off. I can't remember. I think it's orange ring off. And I got it all. We'll find out right here. Yep, that was it. Orange ring off. Now let's see if I got the speed right. Going past the cup. That's how you, and if you have any other wind other than a headwind, you can use a marlin on that, and it's the same exact shot. And you can do it with an extra mile 6, 7, 8, 9. You can probably do it with a 5, but I'm not sure as far as curl goes. You may have to set it up like 2.5 rings off of that transitional surface. You'll have to dial it in for your club. And it usually only takes, if you use that as a starting point, if you end up in the sand, that means you need to go farther to the left. If you're playing with a headwind, and that was like right on the limits of what you could get away with a 1 power ball. The problem with bringing a katana there, and that's going to be in the hole. Nice shot. Nice shot. Very nice. Very nice. That is a rough chip to get in. You are not going to make a lot of chips from up at the top of that hill. So that is awesome. Isn't it perfect? In the hole. Eagle. Now they're making me work for the win here, but hopefully we can end up with a city park hole. That would be the bonus, is that we end on a city park hole. Come on, city park, city park, city park, city park, city park, city park. Let's roll. Let's go. I want to get that same hole that we've been playing all day. Now, of course, we get this one. All right. All right. I'm playing from over here. That's the deal. I'm playing from over here. One top spin. Blue rings off. 8-2. There's 5. There's 6, 7, 8, 2. Max curl. Hit a 1 ring great on the outside, which would probably make me clip the rough. I might miss it. There we go. Finally got my speed almost right. It's an absolutely blind shot going in there, but there is a spot out there that you can get to. That is a shot that's important to have in your bag. It's not the highest percentage shot, but in this particular wind, you would have to pull over that sand if you're going from this area right here, and I'm just not interested in pulling over that sand. And I'm definitely not interested in being half a ring off the sand to start off with. Hell, they're not even half a ring off. And that was definitely not an 11-2 adjustment. So they're going to end up out there off of their white ring. And they're short shooting that with all that curl. I have no idea where that ball is going to go. No idea. All right, ending up a winner. Let's go open up that second pin chest, see what we got. See what we got. Got all 4 chests, all 4 slots full. Go to bed tonight. Just getting some more, adding on to the mix. All right, that was some Tour 6. Shot a couple videos tonight. I'll upload both of them. One was 56 and one's right at 40 minutes long. Just giving you some Tour 6 play. If you guys are playing Tour, guys and gals are playing Tour 6 this week, just to give you an idea of what you're going to be looking at out there. We're trying to dig out those city park holes, but we're going to run into a lot of those other ones. And so that gives you an idea. What is that? That's Southern Pines and Juniper Point, is that the other ones? I must have accidentally played a Tour 7 because I got one of the Sunshine Glades earlier, so I must have accidentally played a Tour 7. So yeah, it's Juniper Point, Southern Pines, and City Park. All right, there you have it. Thanks for watching.